Hi, I would like to share with you that scripture is 2 Corinthians chapter 10, starting with verse 1. Now I, Paul, myself beseech you by the meekness and gentleness of Christ, who in presence am base among you, but being absent and bold towards you. But I beseech you that I may not be bold when I am present with that confidence wherewith I think to be bold against some, which think of us as if we walked according to the flesh. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations, every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ, and having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. Now the verse that I want to bring up in those verses is verse 5, latter part of the verse, where it says we bring every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ. I mean, and that's basically what we should do when we're Christians. When we have a thought in our head that wants wants to do something that's that's wicked and evil, or that is like we gotta take that thought and make it captive to the obedience of Christ. I mean, and to do that, we also have to know what scripture says. So we got to be reading scripture on a constant basis, and we got to study scripture to make sure we're fully equipped for every good work that's out there. I mean, because I mean, main battle is what goes on in our heads. Think about what's going on in the Garden of Eden when Satan tempted Eve with that tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and he's like saying, I mean, saying you won't really die because God knows when you eat of that tree, your eyes will be opened, and you you'll be like God, knowing good and evil, and and Eve was looking at that tree, and she was thinking it was good for food, it was pleasing to the eye, and it was a tree desired to make one wise, and she didn't she didn't ta- she didn't take that thought captive and bring it to bring it into sub bring it into captivity. I mean, to make it obedient to Lord's will. I mean, she ended up taking of that tree's fruit and then eating it, and then giving it to her husband. He ate it, and just or you want to think about what David did when he was staying home from the war in Jerusalem. And he got up at night, and he walking around, and he's his eye caught a beautiful woman taking a bath, and just and his mind was thinking about that one. It's just like I mean, he asked after that one. He found out that she was Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, wife of Uriah the Hittite, and he's like he desired to have her, and just you know taking her into his bedroom, and they slept together, and she cleansed herself afterward, and went back home, and ended up telling later on that she's pregnant, and now she's up a creek, and so is David. And just like, I mean, or we could think of Jesus out in the out in the desert for 40 days without food, and devil devil tempts Jesus, saying, "If you are the Son of God, you can command these stones to become bread." But of course, Jesus in Scripture. I mean, he's basically one who wrote Scripture. He basically gave Scripture to be written in the first place, and it's like it is. He resisted because he knew what was in Scripture, and it's like he said it's written, "Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God." And then the devil takes him to a high point in the temple, and he says, "If you're the Son of God, throw yourself down. For it's written, He'll give angels charge concerning you, and in their hands they shall bear you up, lest you dash your foot against the stone." And Jesus was saying, "It is written again, you should not tempt the Lord your God." And then Satan takes him to a high mountain and shows him all the kingdoms of the world, and he says, "All these things I will give you if you will fall down and worship me." And Jesus is like, "Go away, Satan, for it is written, you shall worship the Lord your God and serve Him only." And devil fled for a time, and angels came and ministered unto him. It was like, if you got a translation that includes the Apocrypha, I would suggest that you read Fourth Maccabees. It's not canonical Scripture. I don't think it's inspired Scripture, but I think it's a good read for people who are excuse me. I think it's a good read for people who are struggling with how to deal with things that they're being tempted with. It's like with their minds. I mean, Paul the Apostle says in 1 Corinthians, "No temptation has overtaken you, but such as is common in man. But God is faithful. He'll not allow you to be tempted beyond what you're able, but will with the temptation make a way of escape, so that you may be able to endure it." I mean, we've got Scripture as our weapon when it comes to dealing with thoughts that make us want to do evil, and just and we got to make sure that we know Scripture, and we take every thought captive. We assess every thought according to Scripture, and we bring it into the obedience of Christ. I mean, because the battle is in the mind, and that's I think it's one of Joyce Myers's books. The battlefield of the mind. I mean, our church did a study on that one time. It's like, so just something for you to think about today. So that's all I have to say. Have a good day, and may God bless you.